What's up, everyone? John Renner from Techno Buffalo here at the latest convertible from Asus. This is the Transformer Book T300 Chi. It's rocking Intel's Core M processor and a lot of powerful specs under the hood, but does all that combine for a good experience, or is it way too compromised? Let's go ahead and get started. So this guy's going to start out at just around $700. Ours, as options, came in at just about $900. For that price, you're going to get an upgraded 12.5-inch 2560 by 1440 pixel IPS display, the Core M processor, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gig SSD, and it's totally thin and fanless design. So this thing is really thin. At 7.6 millimeters thick, I guess, or thin, it's still a tablet through and through. So looking around, you won't find things you'll see on most laptops, like a full-size USB port, HDMI port, or full-size SD card slot. In place of those sort of more standard ports, you're going to get micro USB port, one micro HDMI port, and a ridiculously unnecessary, hard to find micro SD card slot that, so you know, is lurking under the bottom edge. So definitely get all of your adapters ready. So looking at this thing, it probably looks like a regular laptop to you, but this is a complete tablet. It just pulls right off. And it does have a detachable magnetic Bluetooth keyboard that does need its own power. When this thing is docked in keyboard mode, it works just like any other laptop would, as you'd expect. The multi-touch trackpad worked very well. The keys had relatively nice throw, and while not being full size, I never really felt my fingers feeling cramped at all. One odd thing though is that the tablet itself just comes right out. There's no sort of connection actually made between the computer and the keyboard. Just a little bit of magnets are going to help hold it in place. So you're not going to get any extra battery life when you have this docked into the keyboard. In fact, the keyboard is going to need its own charger and its own battery. That's going to charge via micro USB. Once it's in, it does work very well. I would have liked to have had a few more viewing angles with it. The hinge doesn't go back all that far, but it is very easy just to put it right on and pick it up and go. Battery life was pretty decent as well, coming in just around 7 hours, but without a fan, it did run a little bit on the warm side. The big thing that I want to test about this thing was the Core M processor. We're hearing a lot about that nowadays. Same processor it's going to be in the new MacBook. Ours clocks in at 1.2 gigahertz. So I don't have any experience at all with the Core M, but again, we're hearing way more about it. So I wanted to test, see how capable it was, and do things that I do on a regular basis, and probably you do too. First, could it play 4K YouTube videos? Absolutely, without any stuttering and on full screen. What about playing 4K videos while another app was snapped? Same thing. Yep, no stuttering, things look great. What about playing 4K while I had 4 other apps open? Still worked as well as it did with no apps open and on full screen. So that question was, what about gaming? This is obviously not meant for gaming and it's not a gaming powerhouse, but how could it handle casual games? So I went and downloaded Steam, fired up Portal 2 and Batman Arkham City. Arkham at 720p in default settings played really well. No stuttering, no issue at all. Screen looked great, performance was fine. When settings got ratcheted up though, that's where things started to see some definite slowness. Portal 2 was the same story, no issue at all in 720p, but when I went up to 1330 by 768, it got a little bit degraded and it wasn't the best experience. Moral though, if you're okay with 720, it actually can handle a pretty good casual gaming. So I was actually left more impressed with T300, and more in particular the Core M processor than I originally thought. It's incredibly thin, light, and surprisingly capable. I would have liked longer battery life, or at the very least have the keyboard be able to provide some extra juice. The power button is a little bit on the annoying side, located in the upper left-hand corner. I kept hitting it when I'm trying to adjust the angle of the screen, but that's just a minor quibble. This is a solid option for the Microsoft Office crowd who just wants to consume media more than they want to create it. But definitely bring some adapters with you if you want to look to pick one of these guys up. So what do you guys think? Are you excited about the T300 Chi? Are you excited about the Core M? Could it replace your regular laptop, regular computer? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Leave your comments down below. Give the video a thumbs up. We always appreciate it. And of course, check us out at technobuffalo.com for the latest and greatest tech news. And if you want to see our videos as they happen, which seemingly come out every day, hit the big subscribe button. Make sure they head to your inbox. Until next time, I'm John Renner. See you next video. Bye-bye.